1985 and 1986 to most people were the best years for Group B rally. The stage was dominated by cars like the Lancia Delta S4, Audi Quattro and many more. Group B was extremely exciting and extremely dangerous. It was a lot less strict than Group A and allowed manufacturers to go beyond the limits Group A had set. However, Group B was not total freedom either, so this is where Group S comes in. Group S was an attempt to maintain the buzz of Group B but make the racing safer. Cars had to be limited to 300 bhp and manufacturers were only required to make 10 homologation cars at a minimum. This meant there was somewhat more freedom for manufacturers as long as they stayed within certain rules. After its announcement in 1985, Toyota didn't waste no time. They jumped at the chance to experiment with new technology and claimed the crown of the rally stage. Their Group B Celica was behind the competition, but they wanted to come out on top. Toyota handed their trust to Toyota Team Europe, aka TTE, to take over this project, and thus the 222D was born. For commercial and time-saving and cost-saving reasons, Toyota based their Group S car on the first generation AW11 MR2. This was a genius plan. If Toyota's Group S Monster took the top spot in Group S, it would grow Toyota as a brand and increase the desire for the MR2, meaning more sales, all while saving costs. This was their chance to take the crown of the European cars dominating Group B. The AW11 MR2 cost cutting was not a bad move in any way. The AW11 already had the mid-engine layout of the Peugeot 205 T16 that was a dominant force on the rally stages for Group B. As you'd expect, the 222D isn't as similar to the AW11 as it would have been if it were a Group A car. It shares the same layout and overall silhouette, but it is a lot wider to accommodate a wider track for more stability, and so the car can also use a wider range of tyre widths. The body shell is made out of a lightweight composite material and features a rear opening clamshell design to allow quick access to the engine, much like the Ford RS200. The front section features a traditional opening bonnet, which also includes an extractor fan for the radiator. The normal AW11 pop-ups were replaced by reliable and fixed units which were easier to replace and more lightweight. They also offered better aerodynamics. These headlights were paired with rally spotlights and had everything covered in a polycarbonate screen. The black paint on some prototypes helped to bring out the car's bold lines, and this would give the car the nickname Black Monster. However, arguably the most important part of the car was the engine. Toyota had three suggestions. The first one was the 4T GTE engine, which was commonly used in Toyota's competition race cars, and it was also in the Group B Celica as well. Another possibility was a rumoured V6 engine that may well had the potential to reach 600 horsepower. However, the last engine choice, and the one Toyota ended up going with, was an upgrade and a retuned version of the 3S GTE that was in Group A Celicas even up until the mid-90s. This 3S GTE was renamed the 503E, and it was a 2.2 litre turbo 4-cylinder that was taken from their Group C prototype, again saving costs. You might be thinking to yourself that the cost cutting was going to cost them the Group S championship, but this engine was nothing to be messed with. In fact, this same engine was used in Rod Millen's Celica, which beat the Peugeot 405 inline-6 turbo's record time only 3 years later. Some say this engine had the potential to reach 800 horsepower. Toyota tested out two configurations, being an all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive system. Overall, the car weighed about 750 kilos, however Toyota needed an extra 250 kilos to reach the regulations, so they just used it to strengthen the chassis and other areas of the car. The car went through testing and a rumoured 11 prototypes were built, however all good things must come to an end. Group S was deemed to be too dangerous, and the safety of our drivers is more important than the entertainment of our fans. Thus, the journey was to end before it even made a start. Thank you for watching.